Have you ever felt that your own home has started to feel like an obstacle course? Perhaps you feel a bit unsteady on your feet when you first stand up, or you find yourself placing a hand on the wall for support as you walk down the hallway. Maybe you've even turned down invitations or avoided activities because you were worried about navigating uneven ground or a simple curb. This loss of confidence in our balance is an incredibly common experience as we age, and it can cause our world to feel smaller and more limited. Many people believe that balance is something you either have or you don't, and that as we get older, it's just gone for good. I am here today to tell you that is absolutely not true. Balance is a skill, and like any skill, it can be practiced, improved, and reclaimed at any age. The secret is not about attempting difficult standing exercises that put you at risk of a fall. The powerful truth is that you can dramatically improve your stability and strength from a position of complete safety and support, right from your favorite chair. The chair is not a sign of limitation. Today, we are going to turn it into your greatest tool for empowerment. This is a crucial mindset shift for better senior health. In this video, I am going to be your personal coach. I will guide you through 3 simple but profound seated exercises that are designed to wake up your body's balance systems and rebuild your strength from the inside out. For each exercise, we'll explore the specific balance problem it solves. I'll share an inspirational story from someone just like you, and then I will give you detailed step-by-step instructions on how to do it perfectly for the maximum benefit. So please find a sturdy chair, get comfortable, and stay with me until the end. This isn't just an exercise video. It's your first step toward walking through life with more confidence and less fear. If you find this guide helpful, please consider sharing it with a friend. And if you're new here, I invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. The active seated position in safety. All right, team, before we begin our first movement, let's establish our home base. This is the starting position for all our exercises, and getting it right is key. I call it the active seated position. I want you to please scoot forward to the front half of your chair so that your back is straight and not leaning against the backrest. Plant both of your feet firmly on the floor about hip-width apart, with your knees stacked directly over your ankles. Now sit up as tall as you can. Imagine a string is gently pulling the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. Roll your shoulders back and down away from your ears to open up your chest. Finally, gently engage your core by pulling your belly button in slightly, as if you're bracing yourself. This strong, tall posture is our foundation. And as always, a quick word on safety. Please make sure the chair you are using is sturdy and does not have wheels. It should be on a non-slip surface. And most importantly, please remember the golden rule: listen to your body. We are looking for the feeling of muscles working, not sharp pain. Pain is a signal to stop. And of course, it's always a wise idea to check with your doctor before beginning any new exercise program. Ready? Let's get started. 1. Seated. Marching with holds. Our first exercise addresses a very common problem that directly leads to a shuffling gait and an increased risk of tripping a weak core-hip connection. For you to walk safely and efficiently, your brain needs to send a clear signal to your deep abdominal muscles and your hip flexor muscles to work together to lift your leg up and forward. As we age and spend more time sitting, this connection can become weak or sleepy. The brain signal gets fuzzy, and the muscles don't respond as quickly. The result is that we don't lift our feet as high when we walk. We begin to shuffle, which makes us much more likely to catch our toe on the edge of a rug, a crack in the pavement, or a threshold leading to a dangerous trip or fall. Re-establishing and strengthening this core-to-hip pathway is fundamental for a safe and confident stride, and a key component of functional senior health. I remember my patient, Mr. Arthur, a 78-year-old retired mail carrier. He was a proud man who had walked for a living his entire life. But he came to me feeling defeated. He said, "I don't understand it. I was a professional walker. Now my own family tells me I'm shuffling my feet. I caught my toe on the welcome mat last week and almost went down. I'm afraid to walk with the same confidence I used to have." He needed a way to retrain that fundamental lifting motion in a safe environment where he didn't have to worry about falling. The seated march with holds is the perfect exercise to specifically rebuild this connection. The marching motion activates the hip flexors, but the hold is the secret ingredient. By pausing for a moment at the top of the lift, you force your deep core muscles, your transverse abdominis, to engage and stabilize your pelvis. You are consciously rebuilding that neural pathway and strengthening both sets of muscles at the same time. Let's do it together. Sitting in our active seated position, let's begin. Place your hands lightly on the side of the chair for a little support if you need it. As you exhale slowly, lift your right knee up toward your chest. Use your core and hip muscles to initiate the movement. Lift it as high as is comfortable for you. Now, hold it here. Let's hold for a count of 3, 2, 1. Feel those muscles in your deep belly and the front of your hip working. Now, inhale as you slowly and with full control lower your foot back to the floor. Excellent. Let's do the other side. Exhale as you lift your left knee up. Engage that core and hold it. 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower it down. That is 1 repetition for each side. Let's continue alternating legs for a total of 10 to 12 repetitions per leg. The key is the slow, controlled movement and that purposeful pause at the top. Don't rush it. This is about control, not speed. For a beginner modification, you can skip the hold. Just focus on the alternating marching motion. You can also lift your knees to a lower height. To make it more advanced, you can increase the hold at the top to 5 seconds, or even place your hand gently on your lifted thigh and press down lightly, forcing your hip flexor to work against a little resistance. Mr. Arthur practiced these seated marches every day while watching the news. He focused on that pause, on feeling his core and hip connect. After a few weeks, he noticed a real change. "It's automatic now," he told me. "When I'm walking, my feet just seem to lift higher without me having to think about it. I'm not shuffling anymore." Fantastic. We've woken up the connection between our core and our hips. Next, we are going to build strength and awareness in the lower leg to stabilize our knee and prevent ankle rolls. If you're still watching this video and ready to stop shuffling and start walking with confidence, please comment "lifting high" below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. 2. Seated leg extensions with ankle rotations. Our second exercise tackles a dual problem: knee instability and poor ankle proprioception. First, let's talk about the knee. The strength of your quadriceps muscle, that large muscle on the front of your thigh, is the primary factor in keeping your knee joint stable. When this muscle is weak, your kneecap may not track correctly, and the entire joint can feel wobbly or weak, especially when going up or down stairs. This can lead to pain and a lack of confidence. Second, let's talk about the ankle. Proprioception is your brain's awareness of where your foot is in space. As we age, the nerve endings that provide this feedback can become less sensitive. This means your brain doesn't get clear information, so it can't make the lightning-fast adjustments needed to prevent an ankle roll if you step on an uneven surface. This combination of an unstable knee and a disconnected ankle is a recipe for a fall. Improving both is essential for senior health. This was the exact situation for my patient, Mrs. Carroll, a 75-year-old who loved to work in her garden. She told me, "My right knee always feels a bit wobbly, and last month I badly twisted my ankle stepping on a small rock I didn't see. It felt like my foot just didn't know where it was." She needed to build strength to create a natural knee brace and wake up the communication with her ankle. The seated leg extension with ankle rotations is a brilliant 2-in-1 exercise that addresses both issues safely. The leg extension part isolates and strengthens the quadriceps muscle without putting any weight or impact on the knee joint itself. The ankle rotation performed at the top of the movement sends a flood of sensory information from the ankle joint to the brain, which helps to wake up and retrain those proprioceptive nerves. Let's do this one with focus. Sitting tall in your active seated position, let's start with your right leg. As you exhale, slowly extend your right leg out in front of you until it is as straight as possible. Focus on squeezing your quadriceps muscle, feeling it tighten. Hold your leg extended and parallel to the floor. Now, with your leg held in the air, let's perform the ankle rotations. Slowly draw 5 large circles with your toes in a clockwise direction. 1, 2, make the circle smooth. 3, 4, 5. Now reverse it. 5 circles counterclockwise. 1, 2. You're waking up that ankle. 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Now slowly lower your leg back down. Let's switch to the left leg. Exhale and extend the left leg straight out. Squeeze that quad. Hold it steady. Now let's do the ankle rotations. 5 circles clockwise and 5 circles counterclockwise. And slowly lower the leg back down. Let's aim to complete 6 to 8 full repetitions on each leg. For a beginner modification, don't worry about holding the leg up for the full duration. You can extend the leg, do just 2 or 3 circles, and then lower it down. As you get stronger, you can build up to the full 5 circles. For a more advanced challenge, you can add a light ankle weight. Just 1 or 2 pounds is plenty to increase the resistance for your quadriceps. Mrs. Carroll added this exercise to her routine. The leg extensions helped her knee feel much more stable, and the ankle rotations, she said, made her feel more connected to her feet. She started gardening again, with more confidence, feeling more secure with every step. We've now stabilized our knees and woken up our ankles. For our final exercise, we are going to focus on the center of all balance and movement, our core and spine. If you're still watching this video and ready to build a natural knee brace and improve your ankle awareness, please comment "stable and strong" below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. 3. Seated torso twists with an overhead reach. Our final exercise addresses a problem that is often at the root of poor balance and lower back pain: a stiff, rigid core, and a lack of rotational coordination. Real-world balance is not just about standing still or walking in a straight line. It's about being able to move in multiple planes of motion at once. It's about twisting to grab your seatbelt, reaching across your body to get something from the passenger seat, or turning and lifting to place a dish on a high shelf. When our torso and spine are stiff, our body has to move as one solid, rigid block. This makes us much less adaptable and far more likely to lose our balance and topple over during these common everyday movements. A mobile spine and a strong, coordinated core are essential for this kind of functional real-world stability, which is a hallmark of excellent senior health. I remember my patient, Mr. David, who at 80 was remarkably steady when walking forward. But he told me his balance would disappear the moment he had to twist or reach. "I'm fine in a straight line," he said. "But in the grocery store, if I have to turn to get an item off a shelf, I suddenly feel like a spinning top about to fall over. My body feels locked up." He needed to retrain his core for these multi-planar functional movements. The seated torso twist with an overhead reach is a fantastic exercise that does just that. The twist part mobilizes your thoracic spine, your mid-back, and strengthens your oblique muscles on the sides of your waist. But the overhead reach is the game changer. Adding this diagonal cross-body reach at the end of the twist forces the deep stabilizing muscles of your core, like the transverse abdominis and the small multifidus muscles along your spine, to fire intensely to keep you from falling off the chair. It safely mimics the very real-world movements that challenge our balance every day. Let's do this powerful move together. Sitting in your tall, active seated position, let's start by crossing your arms over your chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale slowly, twist your entire upper body to the right, keeping your hips and legs glued to their forward-facing position. Go only as far as is comfortable. Now, from this twisted position, uncross your arms and perform the overhead reach. I want you to reach your left arm up and across your body on a high diagonal, as if you were trying to grab something from a high shelf, just to your right. Feel the stretch and the engagement in your core as it works to keep you stable. Hold for a moment. Bring your arm back down, return your torso to the center, and recross your arms. Now for the other side. Exhale and twist to the left. Hold the twist. Now uncross your arms and reach your right arm up and across your body on a high diagonal to the left. Hold. And return to the center. That is one full repetition. Let's aim for 6 to 8 slow and controlled repetitions. For beginners, start with just the torso twist part, keeping your arms crossed. Master that first. Then you can add the reach with just your arm, no weight. To make it more advanced, you can hold a very light object like a book or a can of soup in your hands as you perform the reach. This will challenge your core stability even more. Mr. David practiced this movement starting without the reach and gradually adding it in. He found that his ability to navigate his daily life reaching into the back of his car, getting items from his pantry, felt much more fluid, coordinated, and most importantly, stable. Excellent work. You've now completed a comprehensive seated routine that targets the 3 most important aspects of balance. Let's wrap up and talk about how to put this all together. If you are still watching this video and ready to build a flexible, strong, and functional core, please comment "flexible core" below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Fantastic job today. You have just completed a powerful full-body workout designed to dramatically improve your balance, all from the comfort and safety of your chair. We worked on the core-hip connection with our seated marches, which is crucial for a confident stride. We built knee stability and ankle awareness with our leg extensions and rotations. And we developed functional rotational strength with our seated torso twists. These 3 exercises work together to create a comprehensive routine that addresses the key systems your body uses to stay steady on its feet. This is a perfect example of taking a proactive, intelligent approach to your senior health. The most important message I want you to leave with is that your chair does not have to be a symbol of limitation. It can be your most powerful tool for rebuilding strength, stability, and confidence. You have proven today that effective, meaningful movement is accessible to everyone. Be proud of the work you have invested in your health. I recommend performing this foundational 3 routine 2 to 3 times per week on non-consecutive days to see the best results. Consistency is everything. Thank you so much for joining me and for taking this wonderful step for yourself. If you found this video insightful and helpful, please show your support by giving it a like. Please also share it with a friend or family member who could benefit from these safe and effective exercises. For more routines like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. And finally, I'd love to hear from you. Please drop a comment below and let me know which of these 3 essential exercises felt the best for you. Stay strong, stay balanced, and I look forward to seeing you in our next video.